So, took my rotors to the local parts store to turn them, and they said they measured right at discard. So, those are getting recycled. I ordered new rotors, so those come with the studs. I guess it's not a hub assembly. I don't know what I'm talking about, except that I had to order new rotors, and yeah. So, 43 bucks a pop for those. So I don't know if that's bad or good. I do know that my rotors are more involved than like modern rotors. So anyway. So while I had that apart, obviously got to get the bearings out. At least the outer bearings. So I decided to take, since I have to get new rotors anyway, and these go into the new rotors, I decided to inspect the bearings that I had. So cleaned them all up, and I inspected them for chips and discoloration, as I was instructed to on a YouTube video. And they look good. You know, camera's not going to want to focus on them, but they're all cleaned up, cleaned of grease. So I just have to repack them. And like that, I ordered new seals also, so I should be good. The seals and packing grease, those will go back in. So I figured maybe having those off would make it easier to do this. Adam Niffen says that the inner fender goes on the outside, and really, I guess it makes sense because you have these things, the nut clip, and the inner fender bolts there, and the bolt goes through and goes. Yeah, suppose that should have been enough evidence for me, but yeah. All right, so on with that task. All right, so here's where I start today. Just ran out to the parts store this morning and picked up my order of my rotors. And packing and sealing and all that stuff. Installation, installing the calipers and pads and brake lines. Then I can fill the brake system, the reservoir, and do some bleeding for a while, and hopefully the brakes will be done. The rear has already been rebuilt and line replaced back there. I haven't replaced all the lines. I'm going to test them, make sure that they're okay for a season, and then next installment on this is replacing the brake and fuel lines. And exhaust and suspension, but not this year. All right, both sides are done. So bearings packed, installed, seals installed, all that. So yeah. So I did a technique that worked the grease all the way into the bearing. So I had grease squirting out the top of the bearing when I was forcing it in through the bottom. So that seemed to work pretty well. It was just all grease and steel, no air pockets. So, all right, calipers and brake lines and brake fluid and testing. So this stuff is brewed in like 15 minutes from my house, and I can buy it at a liquor store that's 10 minutes from my house. So it's very fresh beer. Like the sticker says, Strtrodder100. Strtrodder100? Rotterloo. Like Napoleon? Alright, this is my first go. The bolts are tightened down, and I think I got it. I certainly got close. You know, I won't really know until I got the primer on there. and everything's the same color, and I can shine it up. So just have the front fender to do. Although, I just might leave that. I kind of like that look, I slopped it on there look. No. Alright, alignment seems decent. Panel alignment, fitment. Got a shallow swipe of poly on there. Over here too, little ding there. Got the alignment all right that way. And then I've got, this thing going on here. I can't get this door out. And I thought about it. Tried a long time. It's got that flared hinge pin that's split in the bottom and then spread out. And I tried pinching it together, but it's just so beat up it's not going to go back up through the hole. I know you can get them easy enough, but for me, that's hardly anything. So good enough for me first time round. So looking pretty straight. Now the next thing, wiring harness. Sure, why not, right?